It is Memory Verse Monday, and if you are new here, I am so excited that you're here. My name is Barbara, and every week we read a scripture or two. Today it's two, to meditate on it, to see what God is speaking to us. And as always, we just jump right into it. So let's go in and read from Psalm 139, verses 23 and 24. And it says this: Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life. Search me, O God, and know my heart. God is the only one who can fully know us from the inside out. He knew us from before we existed, but he knows us right now in this very moment. And we're always changing. We're always fluctuating in our thoughts, in our emotions, because things around us are always impacting us and influencing us. And we waver so much. But it's important that we ask God, we call him in, we invite him in to search us and to know our hearts and to test us and know our anxious thoughts. He's the only one who can replace any anxiety, any sin, anything that is not of him. He can replace it with his goodness, with his wisdom, with his discernment, with his strength, with his comfort. I can go on and on. But we have to come to him and invite him in to be able to do that. And then it says, point out anything in me that offends you. I really love this because as righteous as you might think you are, you offend God every single day. I know I do. It's in our thoughts. It's in our behaviors. It's in all the different ways that we show up day in, day out. And again, we are living in our flesh. So it's not hard for something on the outside to trigger us or to create a hardened heart in us, to cause us to react in a way that is not reflective of the ways of God. And so anytime we're showing up with judgment, selfishness, unkindness, pride, ego, jealousy, anything, I don't care how small, I don't care how big, anything that goes against who God is offensive to him. And so it's important for us to ask him to open our eyes, allow us to see what he sees. It's not fun asking him to show us our own faults, or our own ways of error, but it is crucial. We have to ask him to show us, because we all think we're right. We all think we're above and doing better and making better decisions than everybody else, but we're all thinking that, and none of us are right. Only God is right. And when we humble ourselves to ask him to show us our own ways, I do this a lot. When I am in disagreement or in opposition with my husband, I will point out every single fault. I will point out every single negative, but I have to be humble and I have to be honest. And I have to, when I go to God in prayer, ask him, show me my ways too. Don't let me just be up here pointing fingers and pointing blame, thinking I didn't do anything wrong, even though I probably didn't. But just saying, I still need to go before God with humility and vulnerability and ask him to show me so that I can correct. If I don't know, if we're not aware, we can't take that first step toward correcting these ways about us that are offensive to God. And then it ends with, and lead me along the path of everlasting life. We can have and achieve everlasting life when we are walking with God daily, and when we are asking and inviting him in to search us, to test us, to take from us the things that are not of him or reflective of him, and to point out the things that hurt him, that offend him. That's the only way to have a life, an everlasting life with God. Okay, so we go through life having to pray this and approach life with this mindset, with this heart posture. Once again, Psalm 139, 23 and 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you and lead me along the path of everlasting life. So good. Yeah, I want God to know my anxious thoughts because he can take them away from me. He can replace them with all of his goodness and his peace, his comfort and his reassurance and his faithfulness. So I love that. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks for being here. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already, and share it with a friend. And I will see you here again next time. All right, be blessed.